Hi everyone, it's Friday and I'm going to make brownies, and I thought you might want to see what I do, and you can make brownies this weekend as well. So in this bowl I have 1 cup of almond flour, and we're going to add wet ingredients to that first. So I have 1/4 cup of honey that I'm just going to put in there. And then I have 3 small eggs. Now, if you have large eggs, you're going to want to only use 2. And then I have 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Add that to the bowl. And I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla into the bowl. So once you have your wet ingredients all in the bowl, you want to mix it together. So we're going to mix our bowl. You can see, getting it all mixed together. Get the eggs smashed up. And the reason we're doing the wet ingredients is because we have to let the almond flour sit, and we have to let it incorporate together. So you can see how that's coming together. I'm just going to put it down now and finish stirring for a minute. Okay, and so once you have all of the wet ingredients stirred together, then what you need to do is let your almond flour sit for 10 minutes so that everything gets mixed together well, and the almond flour will be a little bit more soft that way. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to let it sit for 10 minutes. Hi, I'm back. So the flour has rested for 10 minutes, and you can see it's a little bit thicker looking. So once that happens, then what you're going to do is you're going to add your dry ingredients. So we have 1/2 cup of sugar. I have 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. I have 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then I have 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. So put all that in there, and then I'm going to mix it again. So you can see me mixing this. It's not a real runny batter. It's thicker than what you might normally see when you're making your brownies, but that's okay. This is going to be a thicker batter. So I just have to get it all mixed together. I want to get chocolate in every single bite, so every piece of that chocolate needs to get into my flour. Have a rich chocolatey brownie. Okay, and so that's what it's going to look like when you're ready to put it in your pan. And that's where we are. We're going to put it in our pan. And what I have is a baking pan that I buttered, and I use olive oil butter. I don't use regular butter. And then I put parchment paper on it. So let's go ahead and put the batter in the pan. It smells really good. I can smell the chocolate and the vanilla together. It's smelling really good. And I'm trying to get all of the batter out of there so we have lots of brownies to eat this weekend. Now at this point, if you wanted to, you could put some chocolate chips on here. You could even put some chocolate chips in the batter if you wanted to. I did not do that today. And now I'm just kind of leveling the batter around. I've got it all in the pan. And now what I'm going to do, I have 1/3 of a cup of these Praline Pecans, and I'm just going to sprinkle those on the top of the brownie batter. And what I did is I bought a large case of, or container of the pecans at Costco, and I chopped them up. The pieces were a little bit big, and I wanted just small pieces. So this is what mine looks like. So that's it. Now all we have to do is put it in the oven, and the oven is set at 350, and we're gonna bake it for 25 to 30 minutes. Wasn't that super easy? Hi, I'm back. The brownies are now out of the oven. I baked the brownies for 25 minutes, but everybody's oven is different. So I would suggest that you set your timer for 25 minutes, and then at the 25-minute mark, check it. You might have to do it for 30 minutes. I also want to mention that buttering your pan and using the parchment paper makes getting the brownies out of the pan a completely smooth process. They just slide right out, so I highly recommend that. The only thing that's left to do now is to take a slice of the brownie and do a taste test, and I'm going to get a fork. And this is what the brownies look like when I took them out of the oven. So I'm going to just cut a little piece here. Put it on my plate. And then I'm going to obviously take a bite of this. So let's see how they taste. So you can see the brownie is really moist, light. It tastes really good. It is very moist. It's not too sweet. And those pecans are just going to be a game changer on your brownies. So I'd highly recommend these. And I would suggest the next time you get a craving for brownies, don't go to the store and buy the brownies that are already made for you. Try these brownies. They are so simple. Honestly, the hardest part of this recipe was chopping up the pecans, which took me maybe 2 minutes. So it's a very easy, very good recipe. And I hope you get a chance to try it. Please like the video, share it, and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, stay happy and stay healthy.